What is up, lads and lass? So, it is the first day of week 2 of prep for Western Cape Strongest Man, where I'm going to go break the African log record. Currently, my split is 6 days a week, and basically the way it works is Ollie lifting on Mondays, strength and hypertrophy stuff on Tuesdays, and Strongman on Wednesdays, and then repeat Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I take a rest day on Sunday. So today is my lighter Ollie lifting day. Some of you might be wondering, why the hell would you do Ollie lifting for Strongman? Guys, well, 1, it's fun. I enjoy doing it. But 2, I found that helps a lot with explosive movements. So I have decided to finally take the time to actually learn to do it properly. You know, I've power snatched 100 kilos before, but I wanted to actually do the proper movements, work on the mobility I need to be able to do proper full snatches, full cleans. It's hard, but yeah, today's the light day, so I'm doing tempo snatches and tempo cleans, which are essentially just very slow off the floor, and then once I get to my knees, I explode. So hope you guys enjoy, and yeah. So what you guys are going to see me do now is, I don't know what you would call it, seated, like bottom of the snatch position behind the neck press. You guys might have seen, if you watch any sort of Ollie lifting, you might have seen Klokov do these. A lot of people call them Sots Press. That's actually not Sots Press. Sots Press, which you'll see me do later, is out of the front rack. One of the biggest problem for me doing full snatches compared to power snatches is just the stability in the bottom position. And having to press from this position behind your neck really just gets the shoulders opened up, but also just, I think, cues me to engage my upper back and really just get way more stable at the bottom of that position. So it's something I'm working on getting better at. And I do that just like I would do a strength movement. Last week I did 40 kilos. This week I'm doing, well, we'll see, 42 and a half. Just up the weight a little bit each time, get a bit better in that position. Yeah. Alright, so that was the behind the neck snatch press. That's 42 kilos, which is fine. I can't do 2.5 kilo increments. I gotta do 2 and then 3, so I'll do 45 next week. I'm just gonna keep upping it a little bit each time. It is very weird in the beginning, having to press out of such a difficult position in the beginning. You're not really gonna have the mobility. So like I can strict press 80 kilos. I can do 42 on this, maybe 40 in the front rack. We'll see what I do today. A lot of it is just being able to open up enough to actually be able to press in such a difficult position. But that's why it's definitely going to help with my catch position. So now we get on to the tempo snatches. Alright, so this will be my top set. I did 65 kilos last week, this week 70. You guys might be asking, why the hell is it so light? It is just so I can work on technique. The biggest reason why I haven't gotten my regular snatch and clean to go up is because I haven't actually spent the time just dropping the weight and then slowly progressing. So I know I can take a very linear approach, just go up 5 kilos a week, because I've started off very light and I'm working on just getting the positions right. Whereas if I just went balls to the walls, yes, I could power snatch 90 or 100, but it's kind of not doing what I'm wanting it to do. So I'm taking the slow approach to this, and hopefully that means after 6 or 12 weeks, I'll actually be snatching something that looks, possible given my numbers. Now, I know there's not a one-to-one correlation between your deadlift, your squat, and how much you can snatch and whatnot. But like, I've deadlifted 240, I can high bar squat 180, I've low bar squatted 200, I can front squat 160. No reason my numbers should be so low, except for the fact that my technique just isn't good. So if I just focus on getting the technique perfect, I should be able to get the actual transfer of strength and power from the other lifts that I can do. So all right, not bad. Let's move on to cleans. So, same thing here, guys. This is brutally hard. I can strict press 80. This is insane, but it's because of the position that you have to press from. If you can get good at this, the front rack and the clean is going to be, at least the bottom position is going to be easy as press. You guys can see the problem here still. I'm not letting the bar roll into my fingers because then I can't press. But that means that because it's sitting in my palm, it takes quite a bit of weight just to get it down to my collarbone. So it's a weighted stretch too. Honestly, fantastic movement. I love doing stuff I suck at like this because I know if I get good at this, everything else will be easier. So part of the reason why my clean has never been particularly good, like I power snatched 100, I haven't cleaned more than 90. I figured out is because what I was doing when I started is I was so focused on keeping at my quads because I'm a very posterior dominant person, and I read all the stuff about make sure you don't let your hips shoot up. But I did it so much that I actually ended up moving the bar around my knees because I wasn't letting my hips rise at all. And that took all the power away because I wasn't involving the back end at all. Now what I'm noticing is sometimes, because I countered that by saying, okay, I'm going to let my ass rise just a little bit, I sometimes now go too far in that direction. So this whole thing's me trying to find a balance between using my quads and my posterior at the same time. Alright, now I realized I was an idiot and I forgot to do my backoff sets, so gotta get those done quickly, but that's the end of today's workout. Not necessarily a lot, but I found the ollie lifts to be very useful for strongman stuff, especially the more explosive movements. So any of you guys who are in strongman, a lot of the strongman guys are very strong, but not very powerful, so to speak. But because they're not mobile, it's very hard to exert the power. And a lot of them are not particularly quick. I say that I'm one of the faster guys in strongman because I'm one of the lighter guys. But this is something that can really help if those are the two things that you struggle with. But anyway, guys, you'll notice a few things again. The pace here is very high. I'm not even taking a minute between sets. Why? Because it increases your fitness. Now, does it mean that in the start the quality is going to be a little bit lower? Sure. But within 2 to 3 weeks, once my fitness is up, I'm going to be able to handle this amount of workload. And then later on, when it starts getting heavy and I need to take longer rest, then I can move that dial. But if I start taking 3 minutes of rest in between each set, how am I going to turn the dial? 5 minutes, 10 minutes? No, I'd rather get in shape so that I'm used to 1 minute rest times. And then once it gets too heavy, I can turn the dial and recover faster. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.